All right, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. So this hour, I would like to react on the video that is trending because the King Charles. I normally don't talk about British king and all the royal family, whatever they call them. I am not here for that, but I have to react on this one simply because people are reacting and crying out that the man did not mention the genocide going on in Nigeria. You know, Tinubu went to the UK, and we have talked about it even yesterday. But here, I want to focus on the speech made by the king. I hate to even mention the name king. Okay, the King Charles. All right. I have watched a short clip from Joseph Okechukwu. You see, it is not hidden. These guys have a very soft land for when it comes to Islam. When it comes to Islam, don't joke with them. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. And many people don't see that as a problem. That is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Because it is very clear that the man in question is almost, people say that he's a Muslim, but I don't want to quote that, like, I don't want to believe that he is. But there's so many reasons to feel like that. In fact, I'm going to start this video by reading some things. Okay, just few articles for you to hear, and just maybe one, so that you can now understand what we're talking about. Please do me a favor, like the video and subscribe to the channel, and put your comment. Let me know what you think about what we are discussing. What is your take about what I just said? Do you agree or disagree? I will play you the short clip, then I will tell you some kind of side talk about his faith. All right, like the video, please. Very. So I would like you to focus on what you are seeing on your screen now, because I have to bring this article for you to see. Because people have said a kind of a rumor that King Charles III, the man in charge of UK now, who claims that king and all that, but I'm not here about his title. But the thing is that people say that he's a Muslim. He has converted to Islam, and when he talk or act, you can feel this, you can sense it. Like I told you, Tinubu went to UK. I think he's still there, I don't know. And when he was delivering his own speech, being King Charles, he did not mention any genocide about Christians in Nigeria. He was busy wishing happy Mubarak or Mubarak. I don't know if I'm this. He was busy doing that, which is okay. I'm not against you wishing Muslim happy or all those. That's entirely his business. But for him to ignore the genocide and massacre going on in East in Nigeria, and Nigeria is not just like a country like other countries see it. This is a country that make UK, Britain great. When you hear Great Britain, that great attached to it is oil from the south, oil from the east. Natural resources they are mining and sucking. That is the word the great is comes from there. The country Britain have not only Nigeria, but all the African countries they have conquered. That is what you hear. Great is about them. How many are there? When you talk about what other countries have achieved, like America, like Russia, like even Japan, Britain is not. You may say they are there, but they always perch on people that have achieved something. But they have history of conquest. You know, if you threaten other countries' government and all that, I'm not here to talk about government aspect of Britain, their contribution. What I'm trying to say is that Nigerian government or Nigerian as an entity have done very well to Britain. They have been, in fact, Nigeria is not like a garden. They are sustaining themselves and everything because of the countries they have conquered in Africa. They are the one that contribute to what is going on in Africa. That's what the fact. Ignoring the massacre going on, that even America and even some Muslim countries are not happy about it. Some Muslim cleric, Islamic cleric, like those leaders and all that, imam, and so some of them, not all, from other countries, not within Nigeria, no, have condemned this thing going on. Some have done that. Those liberal Muslims, some have condemned it. But Charles, the man that's supposed to carry Christian on his head, where the originators, these are people that form Anglican Communion. This man made his speech without condemning or even sending condolence to people that have lost their lives, they lost their loved ones. Now, what you are saying now is Daily Trust, Nigeria. They published this video on Saturday, 1st October 2022, as we are saying here. Let's all read this article. Since the passing of the Queen Elizabeth II and the elevation of the Prince of the Wales, the King Charles III, okay, many scholars have mentioned the king's relationship with Islam. The Queen's engagement with Islam were few and far between. One is the example was the Festival of Islam, which Her Majesty opened in 1976. Then, if you want to talk about the contribution or what Queen has done, into maybe Muslim, her involvement at that, the last one they can check about Queen involvement happened in 1976. Okay? For the king, however, there are so many of such interaction. Only few periods that his mother is no longer here, the Queen Elizabeth. This man, they mentioned as a king, the interaction and his involvement with Islam have always skyrocketed to something else. Now, when you come down here, he said, yet the king is not a closet Muslim, as Muslim would want to believe, but he does not hide his soft spots and his understanding of the religion. There have been many instances where he showed his understanding. Okay, one of those occasions was the speech he delivered titled "Islam and the West" at Oxford Center for Islamic Studies on October 27, 1993. Are you getting it? It did not start with them. Below are part of the speech. I'm not going to play anything, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, this is just what he said, okay? Not in the video. But I may not read everything to the end, depending on how sweet the thing sounds, because if it's so tired, I may not say that I will not end it. I have not read it before. Ladies and gentlemen, it was suggested to me when I first began to consider the subject of this lecture that I should take comfort from the Arab proverbs. In every head there is some wisdom. I confess that I have few qualifications as a scholar to justify my presence here in this trend, where so many people much more learned than I have preached and generally advanced the sum of human knowledge. But perhaps when all is said and done, it is worth recalling another Arab proverb. What comes from the lips reach the ears. What comes from the heart reach the hearts. Our own Islamic community has been growing and flourishing for decades. 1993, this man's speech. There are nearly 500 mosques in Britain as of that time, in 1993. So imagine the one they have now. And guess what? They are no longer just in the mosques, they are now in the government, and they are now conducting their masalachi in the streets of London and the other parts of UK. Okay, popular interest is Islamic culture in Britain is growing fast as of 1993, what he said. Many of you will recall, and I think some of you took part in the wonderful Festival of Islam, which Her Majesty the Queen opened in 1976. Islam is around us. Look at it. Islam is all around us. And yet distrust, even fear persists. It is odd, he said, in many ways that misunderstanding between Islam and the West misunderstanding between Islam and the West. Okay, let me take it again because I just missed that part. Okay. For the which, okay, let me start from here because I missed that part. Islam is around us, he said, okay, and yet distrust and even fear persists. It is odd in many ways that misunderstanding between Islam and the West should persist. For that which behind our two walls together is so much more powerful than that which divide us. In Anoka, Muslim, Christian, the Jews, all are all people of the book. Islam, Christianity share common modestic vision. No, it's a lie. A belief in one divine God. Okay? Believe in one divine God, but different approach. In the transits of our earlier life, in our accountability for our action, and in the assurance of life to come, we share many key values in common: respect for knowledge, for justice, compassion towards the poor and underprivileged, the importance of family life, respect for parents, honor the father and the mother is a Quranic percept too. That's the perception. Our history has been closely bound up together. Life from pit of hell. This is the list go on and on in here. Like I told, I'm not going to continue reading this junk. I want you to pay close attention to his recent action activities. Now that Tinubu appeared in London in a state visit, this man also made a speech. Remember, he said they're sharing common values and all that, life here, life after death, and all this nonsense. But people have been died. So many people have thousands have been died in Nigeria, and Nigeria is a country that many people still see Nigeria as a British company. Remember, it started like a company, royal company. Go and check royal company. Then it metamorphosed to a government, fiscal government, and all that. The amalgamation took place, and from there we arrive at where we are now. I want you to also understand that making, cracking joke or trying to be more polite in your presentation is good. Nobody's against it. Nobody's against it. I would like to start by playing the video first. Okay? Here is the video that I want you to listen to so that you understand. This is the man here during his speech. Hear what he said. Just 3 seconds video.
In anticipation of Eid-el-Fitr in Nigeria and across the world, I can only wish you and the millions of Muslims in our countries Eid Mubarak. And in doing so, let me propose a toast to the President and people of Nigeria. Niger no de Caridas. Mr. President, in anticipation of Eid-el-Fitr in Nigeria and across the world, I can only wish you and the millions of Muslims in our countries Eid Mubarak. And in doing so, let me propose a toast to the President and people of Nigeria. Niger no de Caridas.
Now, he did not forget to mention Eid Mubarak. He did not forget to mention other things. Do you understand? He did not forget that. But he forgot to mention the genocide going on in Nigeria. Even the countries that they respect, like America, other countries of the world, has condemned this. Israel, for example, countries that actually matter, that care for humanity. It doesn't matter who is involved. Okay, some of them, they believe that it's not Christian genocide. At least that's a genocide. If you don't, if you are saying that it's not Christian genocide, some Muslims believe that's a genocide. The only problem they have in Nigeria, Muslims have in Nigeria, is that you say Christian genocide. They say, oh, but there's a mosque burned and set ablaze. And so what? How many imam has been died? How many imam has been died? How many IDP camp do you have that it's all about Muslim people that they send them? I don't think you have any of them in Nigeria. Human life matter. It doesn't matter who Christian, Muslim. I'm not saying that Muslim life should just be overlooked. You don't talk about them when they're being when extremists attack, by these terrorists by them. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that we know there's a Christian genocide. It is that one is that's just a fact. But as a king of England that owned Nigeria, you were expected to mention those things. He refused. Now let's quickly go to the reaction. Like Parallel Fact said, Nigeria's global stakeholders condemned King Charles' banquet speech after monarch failed to mention Christian genocide, despite 3,490 died in 2025 under Tinubu. 3,490 people had been murdered under Tinubu. All right, alone, and all he could do is let's cheer the wire. Let's cheer up. Okay, you can see both of them. Now, Joseph Okechukwu, our own brother, utterly evil and creepy, but not surprising at all. Now we know why the puppet had to spend over $9 million to propagandize and deny the genocidal massacre of Christians in Nigeria, where over 100,000 have died. Even Muslim nation leadership are more sympathetic than this, which is true. I told you. Wonder if this will wake some people up to the actual source of their problems in Nigeria. So they stop chasing shadows and wonder if this will wake some people up to the actual source of their problems in Nigeria. So they'll stop chasing shadows. People are still chasing shadows and start, praying for radical divine intervention. This video makes me throw up. That is from this video makes me wanna throw up. That's from Joseph Okechukwu. With this person that called, we got it back. Okay, I believe it should be British person. I don't know. He said King Charles' speech sparks backlash as monarch avoid mentioning Christian persecution in Nigeria. 100,000 Christians have been killed by jihadist group, including Boko Haram and Fulani militias. This is what people are talking about. Now I want to know your own take. What is your take? Do you agree or disagree? Let me know in the comment section. And if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel. We are here to bring it to you the way it is without sugarcoating anything. Like this video and share it to many platforms of your choice. God bless you and take care of yourself. Bye bye for now.